Another edition of Row Control Lockout. Winner
Bingo.
semis, yeah, a bunch of bingo. Winner semis of Paperario and Bragai. It's going to be me, Deathline, and your boy RDA commentating this match.
What's up, gamers?
So we should be about ready to start here in just a moment.
So, Deathline, you know a little bit more about how the bracket has been going since you were in it. So how have these two players been doing out of the whole course of this tournament?
They've been doing pretty well. Papers won a couple. He won against Larvae. Start on. Hold on, I gotta count down these guys. Start on.
Oh, we're counting down.
Yes.
Eyes emoji. All right, here we go.
All right, and we're off to the races. So yeah, Bragai, he had to fight through Guy, sent him to losers, fought through Danny. Now up against Paper. Paper had to go through Larvitar and someone else. Not entirely remember. RSW, that's who it was. So yeah, both really strong competitors. Seed 1, Seed 5. It's going to be a really close match.
Bragai known very well for his bingo skills. From the 2v2 lockout tournament, we really got to see him show his stuff there. And, you know, the organizer of said tournament, Paper being Paper.
Bingo god.
Two bingo legends going at it head to head. And in this form of bingo, that is pretty interesting. Deathline, explain to the boys and girls and
if you don't already know how row control works, basically the aim is to take control of a row where you get 3 of the 5 goals in a row, and the first to claim 3 rows wins. So it's going to be a close match, definitely through and through. These guys have played multiple times, have traded several wins and losses between each other. So looking at this card here, let's see what we got.
So what kind of game plan typically, especially since you've done a few of these row control bingos, what kind of goals or combinations are we particularly looking for? Because it's a lot different from just regular lockout and regular bingo. Yeah. So like, are there things that you like to see more or less, or like, because you know, pin rushes is something in regular lockout. Is that the same thing with this category or whatever?
A little bit, yeah. Mostly in row control, you're not going to see too much of Serena or too much of Pianta, just because of how it usually works. And looking at this card, Pianta is not really that strong. You do have Goopy Inferno, no damage taken, and Radioshi.
You have Piantismos as well.
Yeah, and then in Serena, there's 4 signs from Serena, 20 blues. So not too big on Serena, this card probably. Not too big on Goopy, or excuse me, Pianta, unless you want the Goopy Inferno. That's pretty good. 4 boss shines is always fun to see because you can get PD, both bloopers. You can Serena whenever to get Manta, or you can go to Pinna. Bianco's looking pretty good here.
We got 20 blues, we got 7 birds, we got 5 reds. Bianco has hella reds.
I thought I said Pinna. It's Pinna 3 Hoverless. I thought this is Bianco 4 Hoverless.
Oh no. 4 boss shines, that's pretty good with Bianco. There's a pretty decent 100-point shine.
Yeah. Defeat Shadow Mario and Bianco Hills is also here. So Bianco's actually not that bad, all things considered. It's pretty good start.
There's a hidden Bianco too. So yeah, Bianco's not bad. I'm seeing a lot of Pinna and a lot of Bianco.
Yeah, you're going to see mostly Bianco here. 15 blues from Rico, 2 hiddens in Rico. It's always Rico's always a good combo from Bianco. This one is a little bit less just because there's only 2 like
There's
major
5
goals.
blues from enemies.
There is 5 blues underneath, so if you want a good way to do that, Bianco to Rico is just the fastest way.
Yeah.
You get to Bianco 4, you kill both Pokies. You get to Rico 3, you get all 3 spiders, and that's that. 2 easy boss shines, and pretty not bad secret. The world itself is really fast, so Rico's great. We do see 5 secret shines on this board. So it's gonna be thinking more outside of the box in terms of the worlds you want to go to, because this board is pretty just straight up front with Pinna and Bianco.
Yeah, for sure.
You do have some reasons to leave, you know, ride Yoshi, Pianta, Goopy Inferno, Gelato. There's 15 blues there. 5 linked pairs is also interesting. There's 3 waiting for you in Pinna, so if you do a Pinna rush, that's pretty much your goal as long as you're getting the other blues. There are no totals on this card, so probably won't be seeing too much blue coin collection. Noki's not that strong either. There's only
just 20 blues in Noki.
20 blues. That's pretty much it. I mean, 2 Piantissimos is never that great. So
nah. There's also a pretty decent amount of like high shine goals or something like that, or like I guess you could categorize into that. There's 9 shines per single level. You can work that in with Bianco. There's both bell shines, 28 shines, 9 shines from Delfino, which could work in with both bells and 28. And like if you're getting, you can get some blues because there's still like 15 in Gelato or 15 in Rico. You can still coordinate that with your 28 shines.
Yeah, Pinna Rush is definitely not that bad of an option on this card.
Yeah, I could definitely see. I think. So I haven't really been able to watch too many matches, or played any of these of this kind of bingo, but just going off of what I know of each player, I feel like we're gonna probably see a pretty straightforward, with a few tweaks route that from Braga going into Bianco and probably doing quite a bit of Bianco things. And Paper's probably going to do. He's probably going to pick like a few Bianco goals, like maybe just 1 or 2, just to catch Braga off guard, because I just feel like that's a pretty decent and safe goal to go for. And then he'll just go to Pinna, like just finish rushing it.
Yeah, if both players do the Bianco start, you do have either 20 blues from Bianco, which you get in Bianco 4, or you could do 1 hidden. And depending on which rows you really want, you have to pick one or the other. You probably won't get both unless someone just decides not to do Bianco.
Yeah.
And then you have to combo that in with 2 other goals. 5 secrets, 5 linked, or 2 hiddens in Rico and Pinna 3 hoverless. So you definitely have to consider the rest of the row, just not rushing straight out.
Yeah.
Here,
we have Braga. Yeah,
So
interesting.
it might be gunning for Rico, which is interesting. Rico does have a lot to offer. Really fast shines, 2 good bosses to get through, a good secret that's not that terribly long or hard to access.
We got Paper getting a blue. That would really just help with fan count eventually.
Yeah.
Because that's something that I'm trying to also see is like, so they only have to get 3 goals for a row to be obtained. So trying to see like, even though there's so many Bianco goals, maybe the roles that these guys are going for isn't even that Bianco oriented. So I don't know.
Yeah, there's gonna at least be a row definitely contested between the 2 of them.
Yeah, for sure.
It's gonna be close, probably 3-1, 3-2 heavily contested rows. So we'll see. Both players getting the jail blue, that only helps them just towards getting shines at that point. There's no totals, no Delfino blues. Braga did get the beach shine, so he's more set up to go to Rico right now. Paper's just trucking right into Bianco. He has 2 goals to pick from, whether it be the hidden or the blues, or he could try to get a bunch of blues and then get the hidden and see which one he loses out on. But
there really is a lot of things he could be doing right now. I think I think a pretty decent row to be going for right now would maybe be row 5. Just because you can kind of do what Paper's doing and it'd be okay. Lots of enemies. There are lots of reds in Bianco. You have to be in Bianco to get that 7th bird. 15 blues in Gelato is not that long, and this is also, working towards shines in Bianco. So I think row 5 is a pretty decent row to be going for either player.
Yeah,
but we'll
definitely.
see.
Even if you don't necessarily win, 5 blue coin enemies or the Gelato blues, you are working towards Bianco 7, which is defeat Shadow Mario at that very bottom right of the board.
Yeah.
So yeah, Bry Guy just straight on going to Rico. He does have 2 shines of the 9 from Delfino for row 1, so we'll be seeing if he's gonna opt for that in the long run as well.
I wonder if he's thinking of maybe doing either column 2 or row 3. Column 2 more so. Yeah. Column 2.
Column.
What? Yeah.
Column. This is row control.
Oh, it's just rows?
It's just rows.
Your boy doesn't know. Shiitake mushrooms. All right. So anyway, well, that actually makes it a little easier. Okay. Well, there we go.
Just
commentator doesn't know what he's talking about. But anyway, so I think he's probably then going for row 3. Obviously, could be going for row 5 as well, but with the blue enemies. But your 15 blues in Rico is pretty easy, as well as both bell shines and 100 coin and pinna as well. The only goal that would not really be that viable would be 20 in Serena. 9 is a little long for anything, but if he's going to Bianco later, he could be working towards that. Maybe even 9 shines going in with Rico, because there's 2 hidden in Rico. It's already quite a bit of shines, so we'll see how that turns out for him. He's
no hidden goals in terms of count, like 5 hiddens on this card, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It is going to be interesting to see who wins out on 4 bosses, because I do know both of these players love to contest bosses. They're big on getting their bosses.
Yeah. I don't think Paper got the M on the windmill. I don't think
he did not.
Yeah, so that's a little interesting. He probably suspects Bry Guy to be doing somewhat of a similar route as he is, as I thought he was going to, but he's obviously not. Maybe Bry Guy is making that big brain play, or Paper's making a small brain play. Maybe a little bit of both. I'm not too sure, but
okay, we'll see more towards mid game, end game. Honestly, I don't even mind Bry Guy being in Rico right now, just because 2 bosses, a linked, really easy blues.
Yeah.
If he really needs to, he can back up with 2 hiddens from Rico.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not a bad go at it.
Oh god,
that was a little bit better. Oh. Too bad this linked is like the easiest linked ever in the world to get.
Well, this half of the linked it is.
Oh yeah, this half.
The other one is obnoxious.
Other one's a little tight,
Yeah, so we see Paper here, gonna get the 1 hidden in Bianco. Decided that the 20 blues wasn't gonna be worth it, which is probably smart against a player like Bry Guy. You don't know if he's just gonna flat out contest you for speed. If you spend your time collecting 20 blues, that's a lot of time to invest in Bianco. The blues are pretty spread out, and you have to know exactly which ones to get if you're doing it in Bianco 4, because there are exactly 20, I believe.
Yeah, there is. It looks like Bry Guy is going straight for these blues too. He just clicked it off. 15 blues from Rico is his, not Paper's. So
Paper does know that Bry Guy went straight to Rico, so he can delay click the hidden in Bianco and start collecting blues right after if he wants.
Yeah, he could. You got to think that maybe it would have been a little smart for Bry Guy to even delay click that, because honestly, I wouldn't have thought Paper would have gone for the 15 in Rico. I wouldn't have thought he would have gone for that. I would have assumed he would have gone for something in Bianco and then go to Pinna. That's what I was. That was my original guess for it. So
yeah, it is a little risky to delay click your first goal, because you just never know what they're gonna do. But 15 blues from Bianco on this card is probably not the first goal. Most players would do. At least Paper would do. I definitely would not see Paper doing that first. So Paper is going to delay click the 1 hidden in Bianco for at least 3 to 4 minutes. Probably just enough time so he can collect the blues and then get Bianco 4. And with that, Paper is up on red coins as well. This will be his second red coin shine if he does Bianco 4 all the way through.
Yeah, Bianco has so many red coins. so easy to get these red coin goals when you go through Bianco. What is Braga doing? You're doing a bell?
Braga is now getting the left bell. Looks like he might be opting to go to Pinna a little bit faster as well, and then getting half of the bell shines. It looks like he does really want row 3, so he'll probably end up doing the hundreds in Pinna, or he might end up coming back to a stage later for 9 shines from a single level.
Yeah.
Rico's definitely a good candidate for that, just because he needs the 2 hit-ins as well.
You know, I think he might opt into doing the 100 coin shine from Pinna, and then go for row 1. Do the 300 coin shine, 9 shines of Delfino, and 4 boss shines. That might be stretching it a little bit, but row 1 still might be a pretty good option since he's going for both bells. But we'll see about that.
Yeah.
Paper clicking off Hidden Bianco.
Yep, just so enough he can get Bianco 4, getting him that extra red coin shine.
And they are doing the same thing.
Potentially get sniped. If Fry Guy were to collect all those blues and immediately just go right back. But yeah, I don't actually mind if Fry Guy were to do the pin 100s. It would set him up a little bit better for row 1 if he loses Scoopy Inferno or
this is interesting.
20 blues for Noki.
This is interesting.
Yeah, both players were opening Gelato. Bry Guy getting the sewer blues during the opening of Gelato.
Yeah, interesting. I haven't.
That was too early there.
Huh. So like he's really prioritizing blues right now.
So he might be really gunning into Pinna and Noki, which is interesting. He might do the 20 blues for Noki. You can't get that in Noki 1 if you know how to do your stuff.
Yeah, which Braga knows his stuff.
Paper gonna go straight for
Braga changing his color.
Not even gonna argue if that's a legal tactic or not.
It's a mind game. It's a mind game for sure, but it's a very soft mind game.
All right.
Not opting to go into Gelato.
Yeah, he's getting all these Delfino shines. Definitely going for row 1 as well.
Yeah.
Paper doing Gelato 1 straight through. Gonna get this secret, so he will be up in the lead for 5 secrets. Nice GWKD there.
Yeah, so this is interesting. Like, he could definitely just be getting those quick blues just so that he can just hurry up and get just some extra shine just to get into Pinna and get into Noki. Noki's just a little bit of a stretch for sure, but if it's not contested, and he knows his stuff, it's pretty good.
Paper getting the beach shine. Adding towards his shine count.
Paper opting not to get the blue or the birds, I don't think, right?
Yeah, I didn't get the birds, didn't get the Cataquack either. That is a fast enemy to get right there while you're opening.
Maybe Braga did that to scare Paper from doing enemies. I mean, like, maybe he didn't necessarily think of that, but it could have been a little mind game for him to be like, okay, well, I'm in Rico. Do you really want to contest me, who's already in Rico, for enemies?
For enemies.
Yeah. 4 out of 5 right there. And there is incentive to go that far into Rico as well. So
the secret and then the bosses as well.
Yeah. But Paper opening up Pinna. So
yeah,
or not Pinna.
Opening up Rico on his way to probably Pinna. He might stay in Rico to get the secret and maybe some. Maybe. No. Yeah, he probably wants. Let's see what he wants. He might be going towards Serena here, actually.
For a boss shine. Oh.
No, wants the red.
Oh, red.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
Was aiming the wrong way. This will be his third red coin for Paper.
Yeah.
Bry Guy turning in his 20 blues that he had is going to get into Pinna very quickly here.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if he opts for Honey Skip. A lot of players have just not been doing Honey Skip in the bingo. It's just not worth it to miss it. It's really a big time crunch. So yeah, Bry Guy not even going to bother with it. Just going to eat the cutscene, which is the safe option. It's only 20 seconds.
And Paper still needs to get 2 more shines. He only has 1 blue coin. So he's definitely going to have to do two shines. Ooh, he's going to do Manta.
I don't know. Okay, yeah. Gonna get Manta. So this
Or
will be...
DeLorean. DeLorean.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to just get enough shines to get into Pinna right now as well.
All right. I respect that. Nice side flip.
Nice side flip. Needs 1 more shine though, so you might do the crates here.
So Bry Guy showing interest in row 3, obviously.
No, gonna get the bell. That's also a pretty smart option. Not only that, but also sets him up for both bells and might contest row 3 if he gets to Yoshi fast enough.
Yeah. I don't know.
Bry Guy
I don't think
his first bird here.
Okay.
And go straight to the boss.
I don't think that it's ideal for Bry Guy to contest Paper with for row 4, but it is ideal for Paper to contest Bry Guy for row 3, which is a bit scary for Bry Guy. Bry Guy needs to kind of start picking up the pace a little bit in his own row 3, or he really needs to expect Paper to be going for his row as well, I think.
Yeah, Yoshi is really important for row 3. You need both bells. Ideally, hundreds in Pinna would be better in Pinna 5 with Yoshi. 20 blues in Serena. You want Yoshi, so you don't have to do Serena whatever for that nonsense.
Yeah.
Both players know how to do Serena whatever, and pretty consistently as well, but it's just such a time sink to get bananas all the time to do that. Bry Guy here with his second boss. Paper will be getting his second as well, doing Pinna 1.
Wait a second. Okay, yeah. Yeah, he didn't enter Bianco. Or, not Bianco, Rico. He has opened it.
Bry Guy with 1 linked pair. We will see if he wants the other ones. And Pinna 3 potentially. Probably not. He looks like he's just going to go straight for Yoshi, which I would agree with here.
Yeah, for sure.
Hopefully, he doesn't waste his time doing Pinna 3 hoverless. It's not the goal he needs right now.
No, I agree. I don't think he will. It'd be a very, very poor decision to go for Pinna 3 hoverless. Very poor.
But you never know. Bry Guy has the big brain, so you never know what kind of schemes he's going to come up with. Doing his first secret here is Pinna 2.
He'd have to beat Paper for like everything else on row 4. There's because I don't know how well he does Pinna 3 hoverless, and he has leverage in Rico, but
very clean mecha from Paper.
That's about it. I don't know. We'll have to see. I guess it's pretty possible, but
yeah.
It really just depends on how good he does Pinna 3 hoverless. Anyway, go on.
It's interesting to see how these next goals are going to affect each player, because both players know how to predict the other's movements pretty well, but it's hard to tell really when you only have 15 blues from Rico and 1 hidden in Bianco.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, based on progression of the game, it's like, all right, they're going to go to Pinna at some point. They need Pinna, but it's like, when do you know exactly when they're going to be in Pinna?
Yeah.
And Pinna is pretty vital on this card, just for row
Pinna.
3. And
I guess we're gonna see if Bry Guy does pull off Pinna 3 hoverless in a pretty decently fast time. He really, honestly does have a good shot at it. He just has to go to Pianta, now, ASAP if he wants to get row 3 from Paper.
It does look like he's opting for the Pinna 3 hoverless.
Oh my god. What a god.
So if he
All
gets
right.
this first try and not like super wasting time on it, this would be pretty good for him just because he's more into Rico than Paper is.
Yeah.
Um,
Guy, I'm scared. I'm scared for Guy right now. This is a very, very risky move for Guy to do.
yeah,
I was definitely underestimating how useful, or not how useful, but how likely it is for him to get the goal, because it's definitely doable for him to still get row 4. It's just a lot harder because there's a really easy goal that Paper has. Oh, this is gonna be really close. Ooh.
I don't think Paper would do pin 3 hoverless right now. I think there are more important things that Paper would probably prioritize more as well. We'll see if he tries doing it. If he does start doing it and Guy delay clicks it just by a little bit.
Oh, I would not delay click this goal.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna see here.
Oh yeah, he's definitely gonna do it. I don't know.
He's definitely gonna do it.
I could not have seen Paper not going for hoverless. Guy better not delay click. Okay, he didn't delay click. That's such a big play by Guy. He needs to go to okay, well
he needs Yoshi.
now this is like really interesting.
That was really good from Guy because he predicted that Paper was gonna do that at the same time.
Yeah.
Or at least he needed that goal.
So yeah, he needs to he's probably now gonna start prioritizing row 4 like right now. Unless he just wants to scare Paper into not doing row 4 anymore, but I don't think Paper would be scared off by him. So I guess we'll have to see.
Yeah, so Guy's definitely gonna unlock Yoshi. Excuse me. He should probably get the other bell, and then he might work towards other Delfino Shines into Pianta. That would definitely be a good option for him. Because he doesn't necessarily have to click 2 hits in Rico or ride Yoshi, but if he sees that, if Paper sees that, oh, Guy clicked Goopy Inferno, no damage taken, he's definitely in the lead for Pianta.
Yeah, see, he's going to Pianta. Pretty sure, at least.
No,
or not?
He is going to
Gelato?
Gelato.
Birds? I don't know. I guess 15 in Gelato.
Birds.
And birds. Okay, yeah.
Birds, blues, red coins, easy.
This is something he's very, he already has a lot of leverage towards. He probably was assuming Guy was going to be going for the 5. He's probably assuming Guy was going to go for row 5. And was contesting that assumption with the 5 red coins. But since he now realized Guy is now taking his row 4, he's gonna take what he wants now.
Yeah, he's gonna get the 15 blues, and then if he does Gelato 1 hidden, this will be his 5th red, I believe. So that can be just a double click and just completely dominate row 5 like that.
Yeah. Which is a little unfortunate, but not a big deal for Guy, honestly. He hasn't really done much for it, except for get a bird. That wasn't really out of the way anyway, so.
Guy going back in. Let's see if he wants the hundreds here.
Oh,
yeah, looks like he's gonna go for the hundreds. Gets this, and then gets both bells. They're done with row 3.
Yeah.
That's 1-0 for Guy.
Oh, get it.
A little scary to think that he's firm believing that Paper wouldn't get Yoshi and steal both bells from him.
Honestly, this is looking
especially considering he did the pin
right
3 hoverless.
Yeah. This is looking really good for Guy right now. He scared Paper off of his own goal, off of his own original row. And Paper is doing a goal that's not that short. 15 in Gelato is not long, but it's definitely not a short goal to go for.
You do have to get some slow blues. You will get another linked, or I believe it's first linked actually. Yeah, this is his first linked, but
I don't think Guy's that worried about it. About row 2.
Yeah.
So, I mean, because he right now has row 3 pretty in a decent spot. Row 4 is looking pretty good as well, and then row 1 is looking also pretty nice for Guy. So I don't know. This is looking pretty spicy, if you ask me. Braga is big braining AF. I think he's gonna probably do instead of doing 2 hidden Rico, he's probably gonna go for Ride Yoshi and Pianta and 2 Piantissimos. Probably.
It's not a terrible option if he wants the 20 blues and no key. He does have 2 boss shines, and he does have 1 in Rico waiting for him if he wants the 2 hiddens in Rico. I just don't know where he would get his 4th. I mean, it could be, save warping here.
Ooh.
Saving those few seconds to get back to the plaza. Clicking off Hundos and Pinna. Now gonna get Yoshi and get the other bell. He might also rush the rest of the Delfino shines. He does have 6 right now. So, I mean, only 3 more, and one of which is the other bell. Plus, he can open Serena. It doesn't have to do any more Serena whatever. So this is really good for Braga. Braga is just really strong right now.
Yeah, very strong.
Into row 1, row 3, and row 4. Row 4 being his weakest of the 3 rows that he has a hold on. But he's really set up for all of them.
Yeah.
Paper had a
I don't
really
even think he's that. Yeah, I don't think he's that poorly set up for row 4 either, because Paper has less progress than any of the other stages. I guess he has a little closer for Pianta or for 2 Piantissimos, but not that much. Not that much at all. About as much as Braga has, honestly.
Nice.
So.
Braga nailing right bell first try. So that will be both bells, and that's Braga taking first blood on the board 1-0. Row 3, just completely dominating it.
Yeah, that was very well played, very well routed. It's definitely scary, definitely like not out of the woods. It was very risky for him to go for row 4. He pulled off Pinna 3 hoverless pretty well. And he was smart enough with his routing to get there soon enough so Paper couldn't, just outplay him. So he's going to Pianta, which is a very good play in my opinion.
Yeah, going to Pianta, like we said, really smart. Paper getting his 15 blues, getting his last red coin. Not going to click off 5 red coins just yet. We'll be seeing where he goes next. He does have 1 linked. Spam spraying the blue and then entering Bianca. I guess he just didn't want the blue anymore.
He probably just thought, yeah. I think he's now starting to realize that Braga doesn't need row 2. There is literally no reason Braga would be going for row 2 right now. So.
It would be great for Paper to take 9 shines from Delfino Plaza and 4 more shines.
Yeah. That would definitely help him.
Both players do have 2 boss shines right now, and then Braga having 7 of the 9 Delfino shines. Paper only at 4, but Braga is off in Pianta right now. Yeah, if he took that one, then you have to force Braga to 3 hundos and 20 blues from Noki. So we'll see.
3 hundos wouldn't be that bad in this instance, though. It would still be slower, but
it would still be slower, and Braga already has 1 of the 3 that he needs. But again,
and he'd probably do 1 in Pianta.
Doing 300s is not ideal in any case.
I think Braga probably should go and get that goal really quick. But maybe he's trying to make it seem like he's not really. Maybe he's trying to make it seem like he's further in Rico than he is. Instead of it being like, I have a lot of Delfino shines, but either way, I think he's just trying to intimidate Paper into doing like row 5 or row 2, because those are he doesn't need them.
Yeah, Paper collecting a bunch of blues during the PD fight, working his way towards 20 from Bianco Hills slowly while getting another boss.
Is there a blue coin count in Pianta?
No.
Okay. Wonder why he's getting blues.
Only getting blues, maybe to just buff up his count towards Noki as well again.
Maybe.
It would be really easy for him just to get Goopy Inferno.
Oh yeah.
Get 5 more blues from Goopy Inferno. Get into Noki, or get your 2 more Delfino Shines and get into Noki 1 and get all your 20 blues there, and then you're done with row 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just
I
needs
wonder.
to pick up row 4.
I wonder if he's gonna opt into delay clicking, because I wouldn't think Paper is following me. I think
Paper
he's. Well, now he
finally clicking
definitely
off.
doesn't think so.
Yeah, finally clicking off row or 5 red coins. He knows for a fact that he's probably not in Pianta, just because if he clicked it immediately, then there's no way he's in Pianta. And if he delay clicked it, there's like a very small chance he's in Pianta, and at which point Bry Guys probably has the lead. He's going to be taking the tree option here for the damage list.
Respect.
This is like the ancient old school way of doing it, and it's still pretty viable. It's not slow at all, so as long as you don't get bodied on the rail by a Gumi.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if he's gonna delay click. I'm really curious.
Not opting for any blues, just gonna get the shine right now. We'll see if he immediately clicks it off or not. Paper realizing he needs to be in Rico right now.
Yeah.
Finally. Hopefully to get the other bosses and okay, he's just gonna click it off right now.
Yeah.
Hopefully to get the bosses and hopefully to get the hidden shines, because Paper only needs the 1 boss to contest row 1.
Oh, he's leaving.
Oh, Bry Guy leaving.
And dropping a few frames here and there.
Dropping the number of frames here. Yep. Gonna get box game number 2, and then he only needs 1 more shine from Delfino.
Okay, this is interesting.
He might get Pachinko or the bird, maybe the turbo clip. It really depends on which one he wants the most. They're all not that slow. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8. See, yeah, Bry Guy's at 8 right now. He does just need 1 more. And it looks like it's going to be turbo clip.
Interesting.
Yep, not a bad option.
What's Paper doing?
Paper
Ooh.
is submitting his blue coins for 2 more shines. He will be at 18. Does need 2 more if he wants to get into Noki to contest row 1. He did get his 4th boss, so this actually wouldn't be a bad option for Paper. If he can get 2 more shines really fast and then get the 20 blues that he needs, he can double click those and then really force Bry Guy to commit to the 300s.
There's the 9 shines click.
Yeah, there's the 9 shines click, and Paper has probably got to know that he's going to go to Noki right now. So Bry Guy's going to have a lead into Noki if they both rush for this.
Yeah.
It's going to really crush Paper.
Oh, what's he doing? What's he doing?
Bry Guy thinking here. Yep,
Oh, here he goes.
going to Noki.
What a
Paper
brain.
going back into Rico. Just needs 1 more shine. Figures he'll get this one. Delay clicking 4 boss shines.
Which definitely probably caught Bry Guy off guard.
Yeah.
Oh, it caught him off guard. Oh, he's not going for blues. Uh-oh.
No, he's going to go for the 2 on the wall here.
I don't think so.
Where are you going? Are you going all the way to Noki 2 to get your 20?
He might.
I mean, it's a little bit easier Noki 2 to get your 20 than it is in Noki 1.
So this is now a little interesting. Because Paper now is starting to get a little bit more leverage towards row 4 than Bry Guy does. A little bit.
A little bit. I mean, Bry Guy does have 1 Piantissimo done. He does need to go past Eel to get his 2nd one if he wants that. And then, I mean, Ride Yoshi, he only needs 1 more shine in Pianta to do that.
Yeah.
Little scary not getting the 20 blues immediately from Noki. Because you don't know where Paper is at this point. But
If I were Bry Guy, I would definitely Ooh, I would leave Noki right now. I would leave Noki and I would finish row 4 like right now. He needs to do that. Because whatever gold paper does in row 1, he has to do it, and he has to do like the other. Oh, he's not.
No,
Oh no.
I think it's more important to stay for the 20 coins. You
You
don't want to be
think
caught.
so?
I don't want to be caught doing 2 more hundreds to get my row.
But I don't think. I wouldn't think that would be on Paper's top priority list.
I think it would, because that's a huge time sink. And then, I mean, Paper, even if you lose 2 hiddens in Rico, the other 2 goals is Ride Yoshi and Piantissimo. And Paper has progress at neither, and he doesn't even have Yoshi.
True. I forgot he didn't have Yoshi. I forgot he just dipped. He did pin a 3, so
he did pin a 3 and then left.
Yeah. He's getting the shine. Wait, what is it?
Getting the shine, so he's
just going to
rushing Piantissimo right now.
I
don't really see a reason to do this. I mean, you can't get any blues in Noki 3 because you're stuck in the water level.
Well, I guess he's...
Get them in Noki 4? That's really risky, but he's...
Okay.
No?
I guess...
leaving now.
Okay, so he is doing what I think is the better deal, honestly, just because Paper's most likely going for row 4, and you don't want to give Paper any more leverage than he already has in row 4, just because, like, Paper just can't really do too much else. Like, he and Bry Guy can't either. Bry Guy doesn't have anything towards row 2. Paper does. And Bry Guy has way more leverage on Paper in row 1 than the Paper does. You know what I mean? Like, because now he opened Noki, first of all, and went into it. And also, he already has 100 point shine. So I don't think Bry Guy needs to worry too much about row 1. He just needs to get row 4 now and then go from there.
Yeah, I mean, if he just Pianta 4, ride Yoshi, and then go back to Noki, you know, delay click it.
Yeah.
And then get your 20 blues in Noki 4, and then get Piantissimo. That's end right there.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll delay click, because I wouldn't assume Paper wouldn't get Yoshi, but he might have big brained it just because of what he's clicked off, which isn't much, but I don't think, I don't know. Bry Guy might be a little bit bigger brain than I am, and he might kind of know that he hasn't gotten Yoshi or went to Pianta by this time, because if he would have gotten row 4 done and done. Because it's just so, you know, so obvious for him to have done that. But yeah, it'd be interesting if he delayed click. That'd be really, really interesting. This is looking like Bry Guy's game right now.
It's just really interesting because Bry Guy did the pin of 100s full well knowing that he might lose both bells if he did pin a 3 hoverless, right? And if like you're doing that with a clear conscience that they might be right behind you, either doing the same exact thing or not even doing it.
He's doing 100 coins. He's doing 100 coins. What is he doing?
100 coins.
He's doing 100 coins.
Yoshi.
So he's doing 100 coins for row 1, and also gonna ride
Yoshi. And
what a guy! What a god!
Just needs to get Piantissimo. Doesn't even bother with the blues. That's an interesting route.
And like you can do like
Noki 100s,
Noki 100, Delfino 100s if you really feel like it.
Rico 100s. He has a lot of 100s open to him. And he's doing Pianta 100s in 5, which is just
easy
dumb.
With Yoshi, even easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think about that, but yeah, like because he already has 100 coin and 100 coin, and it was kinda, and like Pianta 100 coin is like the next easiest, and just one more. Nothing. Way faster than getting 20 blues and Noki.
Is getting the B's here. I forgot to get points. I thought these ones were the ones to just give blues.
There's the Ride Yoshi.
Yep, Ride Yoshi. Click that one off. Just getting the blue just in case.
It is an enemy.
It is an enemy. He does have.
He's checking all of his boxes.
Does have one enemy right now.
Unless I'm not seeing something in Paper's route, but this is looking very, very, very good for Bry Guy.
Yeah, Paper gonna get his second hit in Enrico. Has not done any Piantissimos, like,
No, he has
at
not.
all.
No, he has not. He's only done Gelato 1. That's the best he has in terms of Piantissimo.
Yeah.
And
Paper really feeling it after he lost Pinna 3 hoverless. Like,
yeah.
didn't bother contesting the Delfino Shines. Didn't want to rush for both bells. It's just so, I just don't know Bry Guy's thought process over getting the hoverless, the 100 coin in Pinna, and then not thinking Paper would have Yoshi by then.
I have no idea. He probably might have just banked on it. I don't know.
Yeah, that's such a reliance. Like, oh man.
Because normally, you know, you would just go for it. And so yeah, he's gonna go for this.
Yeah, he's gonna get the blues now, but it doesn't even matter because Bry Guy's done 2 100s. Paper's
Unless
done...
Bry Guy doesn't do his 100 coin like right now. Like he has to do the 100 coin now. He can't not do Piantissimo, but he has to know Paper has no anything in Piantissimo. There's nothing. There's no way he has done anything else in Piantissimo.
Yeah, so Bry Guy really just needs...
He's going into Noki.
He just needs 3, 4, 5.
Don't go into 3. Don't go into 3. Okay, good.
Another 100.
All right, if he went to 3, then row 1 would have been Papers, probably, maybe. Maybe.
Is he gonna collect the blues? No, he's gonna do the 100s in Noki too. Okay.
Yeah.
He's gonna do that first and then get Piantissimo.
What a humongous brain boy has.
I just can't get over the fact that he completely relied on the fact that Paper didn't have Yoshi.
He might have just guessed that Paper would have thought that he might have just thought Paper would have been kind of scared off almost and just not wanted to continue on in Pinna after he didn't get Pinna 3 because there wasn't really any other reason for Paper to be in Pinna, you know what I mean? So maybe it was just that, but I mean I would have definitely still been scared about it for sure. But I'm not Bry Guy.
Even if I lost Pinna 3 like that, I still probably would have at least
gotten Yoshi, yeah.
Yoshi, if only for fact like you just destroy both bells, and then
maybe it was just
like if you win both bells, then you could just force yourself into 9 shines from Delfino.
Yeah, it might have just been a bad decision on Paper's part. Just could have just like forgot or like flustered and just left.
Yeah,
you know. But Bry Guy,
yeah,
knew
really
what he
big,
was doing for sure.
Big braining this with the 100s.
He read Paper like a book, and then read it to the class, like a class of like 3rd graders or something.
Yeah, so Paper collecting these blues a little bit in vain. It's actually kind of sad right now because Paper doesn't even have any rows.
No.
He has, I mean, 2 and 4 and 5, but
yeah,
nothing else.
He has 5. He has 2 because he just has more leverage on 2. He knows that he has to take. he knows he has to take 1 from Bry Guy, and there's just no way. There's literally no way.
Yeah, Bry Guy getting his 100 right now. It's just.
And then all he has to do is just finish Noki.
Noki, which is just a few short minutes away. I mean, Noki 3, Noki 4, Noki 5. It's what, 6, 7 minutes?
Yeah.
Ish. Probably about 6 if you do not bad eel. Yeah, Bry Guy is just gonna delay click 300s until he gets to like Noki 4 or whatever.
Yeah, there's no reason for him not to. I mean, like, you could be like, oh, Paper might have been doing 100s, but why would anybody ever be doing 100s?
Yeah, there's no 100 coin goals on this card other than the 100 from Pinna.
There you go, yeah.
It's such a huge time sink. But Bry Guy like thought about it. He's like, yeah, I don't need the blues from Noki. I can just do Pianta 100s with Yoshi and then get it in Noki, and then I'm done.
There it is.
Yep, there's a click. He has row 1 all the way done. Paper is gonna quit out. He's really kicking himself for that one. Didn't think Bry Guy was gonna do the 300s possibly, or at least didn't think he was gonna do that first before the Noki.
Knowing the history of 300 coin shines and 400 coin shines as goals, you wouldn't think so, but it worked very well in Bry Guy's favor.
So yeah, Paper now is going to be rushing for Piantissimo.
Yeah.
He must know that it's probably over at this point. Because
He might not know how deep Bryguy is in Noki, maybe. But
yeah, but he already has Ride Yoshi and Pianta, so that's one and done. Where Paper has just nothing. So like even if Bryguy clicked that as soon as he got Pianta 2, he's in the lead.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. So
Paper is definitely knowing that it's very hard for him to win, but there's still like, you know, he doesn't know where he got the other 100 coin shine. He could assume he got the second one in Pianta, but he doesn't know where the other one is. But he probably would assume it's in Noki. But you know, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, it's just interesting to see that Bryguy really just shut this out with simply getting Pinna 3 hoverless. Like that was just the turning point right there. And then just made the correct plays after that. I mean, Paper, he had about 7, I think. 7 coins based on the sheet for Bianco. He had 4 secrets, 2 linked.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing in Serena, and then both players aren't that far away from 28 shines, but he was definitely more set up for row 2 than Bryguy was. And
for sure.
He had row 5 on lock as well.
Yeah.
With Shadow Mario.
It was just Bryguy getting that row 4. Like that was such a big fray.
Yeah, the Pinna 3, and then also winning both bells and 9 Piano shines was just huge for Bryguy.
Mm-hmm.
Like that completely stopped any momentum Paper had. Like I definitely think if Paper kept going through Pinna and got Yoshi and stole both bells and 9 Delfino shines, this would be a lot different right now.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, prioritizing that Yoshi. Yeah, Pinna just will always just show almost every bingo. You'll see how important Pinna is to most bingos, and this is not this is not an exception. Like this
is a
bingo
showcase.
Was very like Pinna was very, very important, and so was and along with Yoshi with this card. Like it's literally the way Bryguy routed it and how he played Pinna is how he won this bingo. So
Bryguy clicking off 28 just in case. Man, he got to 28 before Paper did, and he did 3 100s. I mean, granted, Bryguy did submit 20 blues, I believe, but
yeah, Paper did too.
I think Paper did as well, actually.
Yeah,
that's insane. Being 2 holes shines ahead with doing 3 100s.
Fast guy.
Yeah, and Paper gonna go to Gelato, but there's just no way you're gonna do Gelato 2, 3, 4, and 5 like this.
Mm-hmm.
Even with Turbo Bird, yeah, there's just no way.
No. We're gonna just watch Bryguy just take a nice little stroll onto victory, and figuratively and literally, probably emotionally and spiritually as well. Just along with moving on into this bracket too, because
moving on.
Good golly, what a freaking just a great showing by Bryguy. Like I was expecting a really good race, but this was crazy good showcase by Bryguy, showing that he doesn't deserve. He's seed 5. Is that what you said?
Yes, seed 5.
He didn't deserve seed 5. He deserved seed 1. He's like, oh, I'm seed 5. I made my own tournament, but you know.
Yep. And there it is. Bryguy 3-0ing Paper. I mean, it was basically a 3-2 because Paper had row 2 and row 5, but
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that was a GG right there.
Very, 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 very well played by Bryguy. Paper, nothing against Paper, because Paper played and routed very well for what he was going for. Like he had row 2 down very early.
Mm-hmm.
Row 4 was like he had a very easy goal just to kind of scare off Bryguy, but Bryguy wasn't scared. And he was confident in his routing skills, and he sniped Paper from that pin of 3 and was able to just get those 9 shines and get those bell shines to lock down the other goals. So just Paper having leverage in row 2 and 5 wasn't enough for him to be able to take one of the other rows away from Bry Guy. So yeah, what's up, gamers?
Hey.
Hello.
Congratulations, Bry Guy, on your victory.
Thank you.
That was crazy. Holy.
Yeah, yes.
Let's start with, as we always do, first impressions on the match. How do you feel about that win, Bry Guy?
I'm a little shocked. Like I'm gonna be honest. I was coming in thinking I'd lose to Paper, but and after seeing this card, I also thought I was at a disadvantage. Like this seemed pretty like shine heavy and just more of a traditional route through it. But I know that Paper knows that I like to play in weird ways. So this time I was like, I'm just gonna take what I think is the best route and just go for it. And like I pulled the 9 goals that I was hoping for. Like these were the exact 9 that I saw that I was gonna get from the start, and it just worked out, I think. I don't know how close they were or what was contested, but yeah, that's from my end.
And how do you feel, Paper?
I just, once he got 3 hoverless, I was like, God dang it. And then I think I made like a few like very questionable calls at that point, but
yeah,
I feel
so
like in like justifiable ways at the point. But then
yeah, the turning point.
Yeah,
you definitely did. We did see that for the second half of that entire bingo. The turning point of this match was definitely pin of 3 hoverless, and Bry Guy, you had about like a half shine lead, maybe a little bit more than that, into pin of 3 hoverless, and you clicked it off when Paper was about 3 coins into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Paper finished it and didn't get Yoshi, and
yeah, that was bad.
That pretty much like put Paper in a really bad position, because if Paper kept going and got Yoshi, because you were doing pin 100s at that point, if he got Yoshi, got both bells and 9 shines from Delfino, this bingo would probably still be going on right now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I wasn't sure which one Paper was going to go for. Like, yeah, I thought I was going to get one of both bells in hundreds, and I don't know. That's why I was delaying the hundreds to hopefully get both. But yeah, I figured Paper was behind me in pinup, but wasn't sure how much, or like, or maybe ahead of me. Like, I just didn't know.
It was definitely a very risky play. I was very much against you going for pin of 3 hoverless until you went for it, and then I was like, oh wait, he's going for this, and it was still very questionable because Paper wasn't that far behind. But once Paper didn't go and get Yoshi, and he kind of dipped out right after pin of 3, that was like a bad play by Paper, just because it was hindering him to get what he needed to get to like contest you in whatever goals you were going for.
Yeah, I sure. Now.
Yeah,
I was real worried that one of Paper's bosses was Manta, because I would have flipped to row 2. Like I was ready to flip, just pick up the linked pairs and commit to Serena, but I really thought he had Yoshi and Manta done, and that's why I didn't do it.
See, I was so confused when you went to Noki the first time and you just started doing Noki. I was like, why are you not collecting blues? Why are you not collecting blues? Oh my god.
Yeah.
I was like, he has to know that Paper, like, if he did pin of 3 hoverless and the hundreds, he shouldn't like assume Paper got Yoshi at that point.
Yeah.
But nope, you didn't do that, and you instead, with the biggest of brains, just was like, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to do 3 100s. And did Pianta 500s with Yoshi, which is the fastest way to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
So that was
I
so
still
big
couldn't
brain.
tell what Paper was doing. So he clicked 2 hiddens in Rico, and I thought he was trying to bait me to do Piantissimos while he cleaned up the rest of row 1, and that's why I flipped to hundreds.
No!
Was that it? Was that exactly your plan?
That was the whole plan. I was like,
oh my god.
In order to win this match, I have to big brain so hard right now. So I was like, I'm gonna get the 2 hidden, bait him into 2 Piantissimos, and then clean up row 1.
I was like, Paper's baiting me. I'm gonna just finish these hundreds. I've got Yoshi here. Like,
yeah, I was talking that too, because I was nervous that you were gonna, because you were just going through Noki instead of like doing 100 coin or doing blue. So I was like, is he gonna just go right to Piantissimo? Because if so, I'm scared for Braga.
Yeah, so my
Yeah.
plan
didn't,
there
so that's
was
fine.
set up Noki 2 because then I've
Mhm.
got faster hundreds, I have faster access to blues, and if Paper did like Noki 1 and then 1/100s, I'm still a shine ahead for Piantissimos. Like because I still couldn't tell where he was and wasn't sure if I was going to make the switch to row 2, like if I just went to Pinna, got the linked pairs, and then went to Serena. So I was debating a lot at that point. But it was really just get 2 fast shines, set up, see if Paper clicks anything, and then try to get the rest. I was really scared he was in Pianta. Like I thought I might have sniped him to Pianta 3, and that's why I went for Ride Yoshi a little earlier than I might have otherwise.
I thought it was a good idea to do it.
After you beat out Pinna 3 hoverless, Paper went to Gelato to flip over to row 5, and then went back to Bianco and Rico.
Gotcha. I think so. The 15 blues from Gelato, I was happiest when he clicked that because I had no intention of row 5. I was skipping red, had no Bianco, so like Paper had birds and Shadow Mario on me.
There was just on top of just like you playing like out routing, I would say, and you also played well. Both of you guys played really well. Like there was no really big flubs in terms of gameplay. It was just Guy risked more in terms of his routing to be able to pull ahead, and Paper played safe enough so that he could in the beginning lock down row 4, and then he had a lot of leverage in row 5 and 2. There was no way Guy was going to beat him in 5 or 2.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
So it was just like Paper got flustered after losing Pinna 3 hoverless and just, kind of went from there.
Yep.
You hate to see it, yeah.
You really
play. Oops. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely would have loved to see
it was hard to make that call because I was like, I was assuming Guy would go there and be up on me, and I was like,
yeah,
for
sure.
Yeah.
Just the small stuff. Like literally, if Paper did 1 extra shine, it would have been like the bingo would have still been going on for sure.
I do like the 28 shines click, Guy. I will say it's
like
it's
I was worried Paper was going to take it and I would need to flip to row 2, like so I clicked it as soon as I got
ready.
I just want to say it's impressive because you got 28 with 3 100s when Paper got 26.
And had they were fast hundreds.
I mean, I have 20 blue coins too.
Unless you also got a bunch
both
of
you
blues.
turned in 20.
Well, I have 20 right now. Is what I'm saying.
Right.
Oh, you got a point.
Well, anyway,
math checks out.
Yeah, Paper definitely had defeat Shadow Mario and Bianca Hills. He was only 2 shines away from that. He had 4 secrets of the 5.
Yeah,
he had
I was nowhere near that.
2 linked pairs, so he just needed to go back to Pinna. And then he had 7 of the 20 Bianca blues. So he was definitely well set up for 5 and 2. It's just once he lost row 4 and didn't get the both bells and 9 shines from Delfino, that's when it was really rough for your boy Paper.
It's fine. The 5th place curse will live on. Just how it be.
Well, I don't know. Not the end of the road. You're going to be playing against the winner of Guy and RSW. So we'll see what happens there.